and I'm very close to the Trump family. I know them well, and I spoke to Barron after the incident, and I look forward to, once I am free, being...
A few moments later.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
So welcome back to the Alpha Male universe. Now, it's been about 2 weeks since I last checked in. I had a couple of messages shot my way saying, hey, did you quit? Are you okay? Everything's all right. I have my IRL career that I have to worry about. That's always going to take precedent first. But here we are again talking about Andrew Tate. And wow, a lot of things happen in the AMU because holy shit, it looks like these guys are cooked. So Andrew Tate and his brother, the biggest meat writer of all time, Tristan Tate, have been arrested, and they may actually be joining Wes Watson since they apparently were arrested down in Miami. So that is just wild. You know, Wes Watson's face when he sees these two guys come in, he's be like, I can't wait to be pegged. So we're going to talk all about it. We're going to see how we actually got to this moment. We're going to talk about the big moment, and then I'm just going to give my thoughts throughout the video. It's going to be like pretty scattered. So you know what? Let's get in the flow state and get this show on the road.
Yeah, the UK.
What's their problem?
I think the UK is coming for me next. I think they're going to launch a case on me. I think they're going to attempt to arrest me. The UK is draconian. It's out of control. They've just entered recession today. It's a failed society where crime rates are out of control and stabbing are out of control, and they no longer have a border, and people are just arriving by boat, and there's acid attacks. It's the acid attack capital of Europe. You can walk down the street and get acid thrown in your face and be permanently disfigured for life. Wow. They should have bigger things to worry about. But I guess their primary objective is, instead of trying to fix our problems, which we don't believe we can do, let's kill the person who highlights the problems. Let's fix the man who tells the truth.
Yeah.
We have all of these problems in our society, but instead of fixing them, let's instead attack the person who highlights them, because that makes them less prevalent to the populace. So let's get rid of Andrew because he tells the truth about what's happening in England, and then maybe we'll get away with this scam a little bit longer. And that's why they've come up with the idea they have, and that's why, as we speak right now, the British government is trying to put me in jail. I'm pretty sure of that.
So I'm not from England. I mean, you probably could fucking tell that by the accent, but I have no idea what's going on over there, okay? I'm not from there, but one thing I do know is that Andrew Tate is an asshole and has been running away from the UK prosecution team for many different charges, okay? And the funny thing is that he was like, okay, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm pretty sure that the UK is gonna attack me. And then why go to the United States, huh? Like, if you knew it was gonna happen, then why would you do it? If this guy is such a mastermind and genius, you would have thought that he wouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So before he went to the United States, he had like this war room, like conference meeting with the Myron Fitlames or whatever. Like, those guys are big goobers. Like, they always get on their knees for the Tate brothers. Truly embarrassing lot of men they are. But yeah, so he had this meeting. He was trying to tell the world, I'm going to get arrested. And lo and behold, apparently it happened. So let's check out that clip.
Mr. Tate, would you mind signing?
Hey, Tate.
Come back. Oh, shit. No. Come over here by me. Let's go. Come over here by me. Back up. Back up. Guys, back up.
Oh man, definitely a top 5 satisfying moment in the alpha male universe, you know, because we've had to watch this goober walk around with his bodyguards, you know, one notable being Alonzo or whatever his name is. He was like the bodyguard for Wes Watson. Crazy how all these characters are interconnected, but that's why it's the AMU. And you know, Andrew Tate and his meat riding brother would walk around with these bodyguards and say, oh, you know, no one's gonna press us. We got armed guards. They're the baddest, the strongest, the most violent men in the world. We only hire the best. And then the U.S. Marshals came in there and say, shut the fuck up, move around, and got arrested. You know, that's the funny thing. Even the bodyguards are for show. These guys are just fake ass lames. And I don't know why I will usually get at least one or two people in the comments say, oh, you know, you only hate the Andrew Tate brothers because they're real men. But in reality, the Tate brothers are just LARPing as real men. And the footage actually goes on for another 2 additional minutes, but it's not really that exciting. It's just them being put away in a car. And I don't want to waste your time, but the lawyers of Andrew Tate released this letter, and I find that a whole lot more entertaining. So let's read it. All right, so there's this statement from the McBride law firm. They have a Spartan helmet. They really got to show the world that they're also alpha too. And this is what they had to say. The world knows Andrew and Tristan Tate are innocent. Their enemies know it best of all. That is exactly why they have been attacked. Last night, the United Kingdom, a corrupt and fallen nation, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they're just talking about the UK and how it's shitty, all right? So let's real quick then dial in. Understand what Britain just did. There is a long-standing agreement between the UK and Romanian governments that the UK would not seek extradition while the Romanian proceedings are pending. Those proceedings are ongoing right now. That agreement exists because no nation gets to trample the judicial sovereignty of another for political convenience. The UK shredded its own word the moment it became useful to shred it. That is who they are. And the timing is no accident. For years, I have been litigating a defamation lawsuit in Palm Beach, Florida that has absolutely destroyed the baseless allegations against the Tate brothers piece by piece, under oath on the record. That case goes to trial within 6 months. The UK knows it. They watch their lies get demolished in an American courtroom and they panic. This extradition demand has one purpose: to kidnap Andrew and Tristan through paperwork before an American jury exposes the truth to the entire world. Worse, our understanding is that this arrest was greenlighted by a low-level functionary at the Department of Justice who never got approved from leadership. Think about that. 2 men who came to this country openly, lawfully, and peacefully were thrown in a cage on the say-so of a bureaucrat freelancing with the full force of American law enforcement. We are confident that once a competent judge sees the facts and once the Department of Justice confronts this egregious abuse of its own authority, Andrew and Tristan Tate will walk free. America does not do Britain's political dirty work. Not here, never. America is watching, the world is watching, and we will win. Well, what I have to say to all of that is fuck you. You know, honestly, it just sounded like a bunch of self-glazing. You know, they're just super mad that UK got the upper hand in this, that these guys are likely going to get extradited to the UK to face their charges in a British court. And I couldn't care less about what happens to the Tate brothers. You know, like I said in the beginning of this video, they're assholes, and you know what? You make your bed, you sleep in it. So let's go on to another clip that I believe is relevant to all of this, because guess who is dancing on all this shit happening? Sneeko, Andrew Tate's best bud.
Allegedly, they're guilty. Allegedly. At the time, I did believe it. I believe that they were innocent, but you look into it more, and you look into what the lover boy method is, and you look into what that is. They literally said that they were recruiting women to pimp them out. They had a course talking about how you could become a pimp. Word for word, they just spell out exactly what the lover boy method is. They say, this is how you do it. If you want a girl to fall in love with you so that you could traffic her, buy my course and I'll teach you how. So first you make her fall in love with you. You have sex with her. Then you program her. Then you take her passport. Then she's in love with you. Then you put her on OnlyFans. It's like, that's what the lover boy method is, word for word. That's what pimping is, allegedly. I don't know what I'm talking about, allegedly.
So you may be wondering why Sneeko has to say allegedly a ton, and it's because the Tate brothers love to sue every single content creator that talks about this type of thing, okay? So for the purpose of this video, I will say allegedly, since he still has an ongoing case. And I'm pretty sure I could recall back in the day that there used to be like all these videos of like courses that the Tate brothers used to sell, and then it got all deleted, and what Sneeko was talking about was the content of those alleged videos. Now, maybe somebody could bring those up in the comment sections. I know a lot of people in this community do their research, and they'll probably be able to maybe find a deleted clip or two, but I wouldn't be shocked if those are scrubbed. I do recall that being a thing, but you know what? I wouldn't be shocked, like I said, if it's all scrubbed. So the Tate brothers forgot that they built their entire empire initially off of, you know, the body cam stuff, and that has become a thing that has bitten them in the ass. mass, like karma finds its way. It doesn't matter if it's 1 day later, 2 days later, 20 years later, karma's gonna get theirs, for real. Like, I do believe in that shit, okay? So the Tate brothers now are just basically reaping what they sowed, and things are just flying in their face now, and they can't control it. Well, Andrew Tate, before this all went down, went on that broccoli head guy's, like, what is it? I can't remember, the social hour bullshit. I can't remember what that stupid show is called, but he went on there, and this is what he had to say.
All this bullshit they put me through had one singular objective, and the objective was to make me say sorry. I was the symbol of resistance, and all they wanted me to do was say sorry. They wanted me to go up after being fucking marched in and out of jail, after having my fucking life wrecked, and cry or say, I'm sorry for what I've said in the past. I'm sorry for what I've done in the past. What I did wasn't right. I know. That's all they wanted. Because once they get that, he's not top G anymore. Look, he was top G. We hit him with the system. Look, he's sorry. Look. See, that's your hero. Don't fight against the Matrix. You're going to end up like that guy. And they can't fucking stand that I've never said sorry.
I would love your opinion on this matter. I honestly just find this to be LARP. I don't think anybody genuinely cares that the Tate brothers say sorry, especially if you don't mean it anyway. So I'm just going to throw that argument out of the window. I think what people really want to see when it comes to the Tate brothers is for them to get theirs, honestly, for them to definitely face the consequences of their actions, of them being assholes, of them doing a bunch of weird sus shit, just being a clown in general. Right? It's just a natural human emotion to want something to happen to someone who did a bunch of bad things, right? So do I want a sorry? Does the UK want a sorry? No, the UK wants to prosecute him. That's what the UK wants, right? But when it comes to, your average YouTube viewer, I mean, really, at the end of the day, we just want to laugh at them. It's just a train wreck. They're just swole cows. That's what the AMU is, right? It's all of these life coaches who pretend to be like superheroes, and then they get their covers pulled, and at the end of the day, they're just lame. So no one in this community wants a sorry. We're here to just laugh at this guy.
We're all human, and we've all made mistakes. There's nobody watching this who's lived more pure than me. We've all made mistakes. We all made the decisions we thought were right at the time. Perhaps with hindsight, which is always 20/20, perhaps with the brilliance of retrospect, we can look back and realize we should have done things different. But that's not how life works. I did my best. So what the fuck am I sorry for? I did my best I knew how to do. I'm a better man now, and I know how to do better. So I am. I ain't sorry. But that's what they want from me. They want a sorry, or they want me to fucking break. And I promise you, I promise every fucking viewer, I promise God, I promise my fucking children, put me back in that shitty room in the Romanian dungeon for 25 fucking years, and I'll leave with a big beard, and I won't say fucking sorry.
Wow.
I won't.
Oh my God, did Sean Kelly or whatever his name is, that broccoli head dork, really say wow to all of that? Like that was some type of speech that was supposed to move the masses. I really just felt like that speech really just spoke volumes of his narcissism. He wants to equate you and myself and everyone watching this video to himself, saying that we're just as bad as he is. Is that what he's really trying to say? And he tries to use his children as some type of legitimacy. He says, oh, I swear on my children, I'll never say sorry. I mean, he's a deadbeat dad, so he has no presence in their life. I have no idea why he's even bringing up his children, because he's a deadbeat. So honestly, it's kind of embarrassing for him to even mention that, because people will just talk about, man, why is little bro talking about his children? He doesn't even raise them. So you know what, moving on from that, I really feel like this guy is going to get the whole book thrown at him. It's going to be hilarious to watch this downfall. Wes Watson just got put into prison and he got his conviction. I need to make a video about that at another time. And now we're about to get like the prison arc for Andrew Tate. This shit just never stops in the AMU, but let's tune in to some of his final thoughts in that interview.
And I've gone too far to start giving up now. So I'm not sorry for anything. Because of me saying sorry, me breaking, would break the hearts of all the young men who believe in me. And that's what they want. I have happily martyred myself for the good of the Western world. I've made my impact. People are never going to ever have an impact like mine in 100 fucking years. None of my haters will ever leave the mark I've made in 100 years. Especially considering all they do is talk about me. They promote my brand nonstop. I don't fucking have to mention their names. Ever.
Honestly, it looked like he was gonna cry at the end. Whenever we have these alpha males crying about their haters, you know that we're living rent-free in their head. And you know what? Maybe you don't have a million followers attached to your name or whatever, but that doesn't even matter about making a difference in this world. Just make a positive impact on the person from your left to your right, your neighbor, someone at work, someone you see running at the park. That's just like really the most impactful thing that we can do. You know, we're so obsessed, like for some people, that we have to change the world. Really, changing the world just starts with helping out your buddy to your left from your right. So that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. Hopefully you found this video entertaining. If you did, please be sure to smash that like button, consider subscribing, and swing on by the community Discord. I had a great time making this video, and I hope to see you in a future AMU episode. Until the next one, guys, later.